Go Premanande Haribo Guruve Goda Chandra Radhika Tadale Krishna Krishna Bhakta Tada Bhakta Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Vishnupada Dandi Swami Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, our old Rupanuga Guru Varga, all devotees, Dandavats. Where's Rukmini? Okay, so yesterday we talked about prema. Prema have two stages, immature, bhav, and also prem. But one thing I was thinking last night, we little skipped. Bhav awakens two causes. One is by sadhan, one is by kripa, mercy. No? So I was thinking last night, we didn't really discuss that. Kripa is two types. One comes from Bhagavan, one comes from his associates. So many examples how Bhav awakens by kripa, by mercy. So I thought today we can also discuss that before we move on a bit. No? Many examples like, many examples of that. No? By the sudden mercy of Bhagavan, someone developed, or the mercy of devotees, someone developed like Bhav Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. So famous examples are the sages of Namaseranya. No? Lord Ram appeared 14 million years ago. Imagine. So, but don't think because Krishna only appeared 5,000 years ago, Ram is like first and Krishna is second. Because all incarnations are eternal. No? Many people give the excuse Ram came first, then Krishna came second, therefore they chant Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. No? But there's no question of one coming first, one coming second, because both are eternal. So even like 14 million years ago when Ram came, there were also people who were doing Krishna bhajan. Krishna bhajan, devotion to Krishna, didn't begin when Krishna came here 5,000 years ago. Before we see, no? So one forest was there, Dantakaranya. No? There Ram stayed a long time there when he was 14 years in exile. No? When he was there, that's where many stories are there from Dantakaranya. One was Ram was moving in the forest, then with Sita and Lakshman. Then Ravan had one sister whose name was Supanika. So when she saw the beauty of Ram, she became enchanted. So natural for a lady who falls in love, especially with someone like Ram, she approached him. I like you, I want to marry you. Some say she was so enchanted she forgot to change her form into an appropriate form, and she came in her original witch form. I've heard that also, because so bewildered, forgot what doing. Anyhow, whether she changed or not, point is she approached him. I love you very much, I want to marry you. So normally a Kshatriya, if some qualified lady approaches him for marriage, he cannot say no. But Ram knew very nicely, she doesn't love me, she just wants to enjoy me. She don't have a mood of service, she just wants to enjoy. So Ram gave some excuse. Well, I can't marry you. Sita, this is my wife, this is Supanika. Because I already have my wife in the forest, I cannot marry you. But my brother Lakshman, he is brahmachari alone, so you can marry him. So Supanika, when she turned and looked at Lakshman, Lakshman is also like a white elephant, so handsome. Sankarshan means who attract all jivas to Bhagavan Seva. But Lakshman is also Guru Tattva. He knows what is love and what is lust. So he also gave some excuse. No. You see, if you marry me, I'm a servant of Ram. That means you will have to become a servant of Sita if you marry me. So I think it's better you marry my brother. And don't worry, this old rubbish, I already have a wife. His father had so many wives, so what problem if Ram has 2 wives? So bewildered by Lakshman's words, she went back to Ram. Again, he gave some excuse, transferred. Like in football, when the goalkeeper, they kick the ball to each other. Like a football no one wants, Ram was kicking her to Lakshman, Lakshman was kicking her back to Ram. And then she realized both these brothers are cheating me, so she became too much angry. Why they're deceiving me? Because of this woman, Sita. So they say, no bamboo, no flute. So very angrily she went to kill Sita. And Ram just looked at Lakshman by his glance. Lakshman immediately took out his little knife, cut off her nose and ears. No? Would anyone marry a girl with no nose or ears, Satyabrat? No chance. So she went back deformed. No nose, no ears. And what happened, she told everything to her brother Ravan. And she was so clever to make sure that Ravan would do something. She described the beauty of Sita. And that came in Ravan's heart. Oh, I should kidnap her, I should take her. So anyway, because she was deformed, no nose and ears, then she had desire to be with Bhagavan, but she was unqualified. Therefore, by Lakshman cutting off her nose and ears was a great mercy that no other man would accept her. So she remained like that whole life. No? Then next life, again she took birth. No? This time as Kubja. No? Kubja means hunchback. Her name was actually Trivakra. She was bent in 3 places, neck, back, and waist. Satyabrat, would you marry a hunchback? No. So because she was a hunchback, also no man enjoyed her. Then when Krishna came from Vrindavan to Mathura, what's one of the first people he met? Kubja. Then Krishna knows her past history. So he called out, "Oh, beautiful one." Whole life no one called her beautiful. And Kubja had a service every day because in India in summer it's quite hot. That time was no air conditioners. People used sandalwood paste. So even just 1 drop of sandalwood paste cools the whole body. So every day she would make sandalwood paste for Kamsa. But because she was a hunchback, Kamsa did not molest her. So when she was carrying this sandalwood paste, then Krishna called out, "Oh, beautiful one." Then Kubja, because whole life no one ever called her beautiful. Who is calling me this? Then Krishna, using very suggestive language, "Oh, lady with beautiful thighs, this ointment is for whom?" Like you say that to a girl on the street, she'll give you a slap, but Krishna's so charming, so beautiful. Then she saw Krishna handsome like millions of cupids. Then she thought, this paste, why I give to Kamsa? I should give to these, especially this dark complexion boy. So she had 2 types of sandalwood, one dark, one white. So the dark one she put on Krishna, and the white one she put on Balaram. So by touching Krishna, she became even more lusty, more desirous. But what could she do? She is hunchback. So Krishna smiled, "No problem, I am also bent in 3 places." Shamam Tribanga Lalitam Niyatam Prakasham. Krishna bent. Often you see him standing, like in Vrindavan, our Lalit Madhav. His ankles are bent, his knees are bent, his waist is bent, his neck is bent, his elbows are bent, his eyes are bent, from top to bottom. But 3 bends are most famous. Therefore Krishna called Tribanga Lalit. So Krishna said, "You are bent, I am also bent. This is a nice match." But she had no appropriate form. So Krishna, with 1 foot, he stood on her feet, on her toes, and with his fingers he did like that, and straightened her, just like this. By the touch of Krishna's hand, she became the most desirous woman in Mathura. So now she had appropriate form and so much desire, she could not control herself, catching Krishna's cloth "Oh hero, do not leave me, you come to my house." So this is quite shameful for Krishna to be accosted by some woman in the street like this. So Krishna spoke in such a way as if Balaram and the coward boys would think Krishna is like neglecting a worldly woman. Yes, yes, we know your house, many, many visitors visit your house, so we are also visitors in the city. We will come later. So all coward boys were like laughing. Yes, Krishna gave nice, dignified answer to such a lusty lady, but Krishna, by his words, indicating, we will come later. And by that she attained Krishna. So what she gave Krishna, just some sandalwood paste. And what Krishna gave her in return. But still, so when she invited, Krishna came later with Uddhav, not Balaram. Balaram is older brother. So Kubja had decorated her house with all types of suggestive pictures and all this type of thing. But still not qualified, because she only still desires so much of her own personal enjoyment. She not desired to give enjoyment to Krishna. But still Krishna accepted her. Therefore Kubja's love is called Sadharanrati. If pure love is like gold medal, silver medal, Kubja gets the bronze medal. Because she have lust, but her good fortune, she have lust only for Krishna. So her prema is called Sadharanrati, ordinary attachment. The queens in Dwarka have a higher type of affection for Krishna. The queens in Dwarka are called Samanjasarati. But still, even though their love for Krishna is pure, if we look a little neutrally, they cannot sacrifice everything for Krishna like the gopis. So the gopis' love is called Samartarati. Samarta means anything. They can do anything for Krishna. They can give up anything. They can perform any activity. So this is one example of someone developing this bhav just by mercy of Krishna. No? So in the same Dantakaranya forest, there were some rishis who were also chanting Gopal mantra. No? The Gopal mantra came since beginning of creation. No? So they were chanting, but their mood was not, they had some desire to serve Krishna as gopis. So when Lord Ram was moving in this same Dantakaranya forest, those rishis also saw Ram. Then when they saw him, then their mood came out very forcefully. So they approached Ram in that mood. Then Ram said, "I cannot accept you because I already have a wife." No? So he blessed them. When I come as Gopinath, that time you can have some position there. Huh?
He's asking me a translation and I'm translating him.
You have to learn English, Timothy. Only Russian and Spanish not help too much. Anyway, so they became Rishicari gopis. So here's another example of someone who developed bhav, and more than that, just by mercy of Krishna. So many, many examples like this. No? Especially there's one book, Garga Samhita. No? Gargacharya was one all-knowing astrology. So when Krishna and Balaram got their names, Gargacharya performed those rituals. He was the Purohit, like the family priest of the Yadavs. So he wrote one book from his teaching that's called Garga Samhita. Give many, many examples of this mercy. No, like Krishna's all incarnations are very attractive. Like when we hear Krishna has a fish incarnation, what we think? We think like a fish we see in Whole Foods or something like that. But fish incarnation, very attractive. Many years ago, someone took Gurudev whale watching in Hawaii to see the whales. Then one person who was sannyasi but now is not sannyasi, they were criticizing Gurudev. Did Rupa Goswami go whale watching like that? Anyway, so afterwards, Gurudev gave a class, The Beauty of the Fish Incarnation. Like he's looking at whales, but what his thinking is not like us. No? So when the fish incarnation was moving through the waters of destruction, then Varuna, the god of the ocean, he had many daughters. So when they saw the fish incarnation, they became so much attracted in a conjugal way. So they approached Matsyavatar. We want to be your wives, but he said, I cannot do that now. But when I come as Krishna, then I'll give you some place. So those daughters of Varun, the daughters of the water god, also achieved Gopi Bhav by some mercy of Matsyavatar, fish incarnation. Krishna has many incarnations. Another one is the snake incarnation, Anantashesh. If I take a stick, it drops. But why the earth planet is not dropping? Why the entire universe is not dropping? What's keeping it in position? That is Anantashesh. We cannot see him because his body is not material. But he keeps all the universes and all the planets on his head. Just like an elephant keeps a mustard seed, he don't even know it's there. So he's also very handsome. So in the lower planets also exist like demonic, non-human life forms. Like we are humans in the middle planetary system, the celestials, the demigods are in the upper planetary systems. And the demonics, they're down below. Demonic doesn't mean like vampires and things. Demonic means too much material enjoyment. So in the lower planets is even more enjoyment than the celestial planets, because there's so much concentrating on enjoyment. So on the bottom of the planetary systems, and Anantashesh there, so there's also species of nagas, snakes, that live in the lower planets. They also have daughters. So when they saw Anantashesh, they become enchanted. Like dog likes dog, horse likes horse, snake likes snake. So they saw him, they became so much desirous of marrying him. They approached Anantashesh. We love you, we want to be your wives. Anantashesh said, that is not problem, not possible. But when I come as Balaram, then I'll give you some place. So, like Krishna has his beloveds, Balaram, Krishna's brother, also has his beloveds. So what happened, Padabja? All those daughters of the Nag Kanyas, the daughters of the snakes, the serpents, all became gopis, and Balaram accepted them when he came 5,000 years ago. In this way, many, many, many examples. Different persons who achieve perfection by the mercy of Bhagavan. So, I guess the best incarnation is Lord Chaitanya. Many living entities who are not even human. Right? We are human, we can go to Mangalati, we can chant the names, we can hear Katha. We can do some sadhana, some spiritual practice to achieve love of Krishna. But what about the trees, the snakes, the birds, the rhinoceroses, deer, tigers? What hope for them? They cannot even do any sadhana. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this world, he gave prema to all type of persons, high persons, low persons. What to speak of human beings when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went through the forest of Jharkhand? 3 times Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tried to go to Vrindavan. First was after sannyas. Then Nityananda deceived him. He went back this way to Advaitacharya's house, then to Puri. Second time he tried to go, no, but he came up to as far as Navadvip. No, and he did not go further because it would not be proper, because Vishnu Priya was there. But he came up with, and that time millions of people were following him, millions. You can read Chaitanya Charitamrita. People so much eager to see him, so much prema. Wherever Lord Chaitanya kept his feet, they would dig up and eat the dust. Their huge holes were put in the highways. Whole forests were knocked down just by the people chasing after him. There's some descriptions, not in devotional scriptures, just ordinary histories. There's one I read. One person was describing how one golden sannyasi came to his village just for one night. Then hundreds of thousands of people were following him. The whole village was destroyed. All the gardens, everything were flattened. But nobody cared. Everyone was just ecstatic, including the people whose houses were destroyed. They also didn't care. And then the Lord would go to the next village, those people whose houses they also joined, like that. So we hear these descriptions, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving prem to everyone. No need any Mangalati, no need any courtesy, nothing. Jai Chaha Prem Daya Premana. Jai Chata, Jai Sedura Darashan. Anyone who saw Lord Chaitanya from a distance would achieve love of God. So what to speak of human beings? Anyway, so Mahaprabhu was there when he came north. He said, I want to see my two mothers, the Ganga and Mother Sachi. So when he came north, hundreds of thousands of people were following. Chaitanya Bhagavat described. There were so many people the boats would sink. But still no one cared. They kept going. Pregnant women, old persons, people in wheelchairs. Anyhow, somehow, Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. They would chant and cross the flooded rivers. So those descriptions are there. But when he came with so many millions of people, that time he met Rupa and Sanatan. They were still in the Muslim government. That time Sanatan Goswami said, don't go to Vrindavan with a huge crowd of people like a magician and a magic show. Vrindavan is a very quiet, meditative place. Well, that time. So don't go with so many people. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there but came back. He did not go. But third time he went. And how he went through the forest of Jharkhand. Jharkhand means that's where Maharaj was born, that area. Wild, undisciplined people. Jungle people. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave love even to the trees, to the creepers, to the insects, to the animals. No? Especially lions and tigers, always trying to eat the deer. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave prem to the tigers, also the deer. The deers and the tigers would kiss each other. It described. Embrace each other. The snakes would chant Haribol. Well, the elephants would also chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Balabhadra, Mahaprabhu went with one servant. Balabhadra, he saw all this with his own eyes. Afterwards he described. Then it became recorded. So no other incarnation did like this. Krishna gave some mercy to some few, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave like that to everyone. Even described the devotees have that power. Every year Shivananda Sen would come from Bengal to Puri for Ratha Yatra. And then 4 months of Chaturmas they would stay in Puri. So Nityananda and all devotees would come from Bengal every year, and Shivananda Sen would come. And he would take care of everyone. Every night he would arrange accommodation, food, prasad. So one day one dog joined. One dog somehow joined the devotees. Then Shivananda Sen was so generous, he thought this dog is also part of the party. He also arranged for him accommodation and prasad. Then as they traveled, Shivananda somehow became attached to the dog. Then when they came near Jagannath Puri, the dog disappeared. No one could find him. Shivananda Sen was so disturbed, he sent messages out to look for the dog, but no one could find the dog. And dog means Indian dog. No hair, nothing. So when they came, and Shivananda Sen was so sad, I could not find the dog, he did not eat that night. The next morning when all the devotees went inside Jagannath Puri, they met Lord Chaitanya. The same dog was there with Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya was eating coconut, especially young coconut. The inside, it has like a jelly. Coconut meat. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was eating, he was also giving the dog like that. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to the dog, chant Haribol. And dog was Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Because dog is not chanting, soul is chanting. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. And that dog, all his hairs were how many hairs were there, I don't know, but his hairs were standing on end. And tears were flowing from the eye of the dog even. No. Next morning they searched for the dog. He was not there. What happened? He'd gone back to Godhead. So many examples like of someone, even no sadhan bhajan, but going straight there, straight to Bhav Bhakti. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, unlimited examples, but even from other incarnations, just pure mercy. Like Manigriv, Nal Kuver, there were two sons of Kuver. Kuver means god of wealth, therefore they had so much money. Money means what? When you have money, what do you do? Enjoy. So they were intoxicated, drinking and enjoying, and with many ladies naked. That time Narad Muni came through that area. So the ladies became ashamed. They covered themselves and ran away. Then these two boys were drunk. Hey! You have nowhere else to go with Hari Ram, Hare Krishna? Piss off. Get lost. They abused Narad very strongly. Then Narad became angry. Actually, he became full of compassion. These two boys fully wasting their life. You have no shame? No. Especially why? Because wealthy person always so much proud and never give respect. So I will give you the ointment. You are not seeing things properly. I will give you the eye ointment. I will give you the medicine of poverty. Then you'll see things as they are. Especially who is very poor, generally they're always very humble, no? Because they're trying to get something off everyone. And who is very poor, they eat very simply. Therefore their senses are automatically weak, controlled. So the results of austerity, which are what? Control of the senses and humility. This humility comes automatically to someone who is poor. So of all species of life, Padabja, which is the poorest? Tree. Even the dog can go to the next house and get something to eat. Even a dog can go to the river and drink some water, but a tree cannot ask anyone for anything. So poor. Even the poorest man, if it's hot, he can go under the shade of a tree. He can get some water. But tree, what he have to protect himself from the sun? What he have for the cold? Even a bombs in Russia, he can take some blanket or something. But a tree, nothing. So of all species of life, the tree is the poorest. So I curse you two to become trees. So as soon as Narad Muni offered the curse, their body began to harden, like trees. Then they begged forgiveness. Save us, save us. Please forgive us. Then Narad Muni said, my curse must be true. But I bless you, you will take birth as trees, but not ordinary trees. Trees where? In Krishna's courtyard, where Krishna appears in Vrindavan. So what a position he gave them. Then they were there, they must have seen all Krishna's childhood pastimes. Then when Mother Yasoda tied Krishna to the grinding mortar, he came outside to play. The grinding mortar became stuck between the two trees. Krishna pulled very hard, those two trees fell. And again they came out with demigod form. They did parikrama of Krishna, offered many prayers to Krishna. Then Krishna said, what benediction you want? And what they prayed for, we want devotion. May our minds always think of you. May our hands always engage in your service. May our head always bow to you, present in the forms of the Vaishnavas and present in the hearts of all living entities. May our ears always hear your glories like this. May our tongues always chant you. So they prayed for service. So Krishna gave them position in Golok Vrindavan. So this is an example of devotee giving causeless mercy. Very hard, not so easy to take birth in Braj. Even Brahma, the head of the universe, he said, if I could take birth even as an insect or a stone, I'm too much lucky. And Brahma doing how much meditation, how much austerity. So these two boys did nothing. But Narad Muni gave that position to them just out of grace, out of kindness. I guess in modern times like Jagai Madai. Nityananda, causeless mercy. Of course Nityananda is Bhagavan, but also devotee mode. Jagai Madai did what? No Mongalati, no, not even vegetarian, nothing. Just causeless mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. So anyway, these are some examples of some achieve bhav by sadhan bhakti, but some people just achieve it by mercy. Mercy of Bhagavan or mercy of high-class Vaishnavas. No? So which are we, Rajeshwari?
A little bit of both. Praying for mercy while doing.
What sadhan we can do to get bhav bhakti? We have not that power. No? But still we have to do something. No? Like sometimes, no, like some people don't do any study, but the university gives them, what's it called? Honorary PhD. Someone had honorary PhD and then they renounced it. Who was it? Yeah. But sometimes you hear people like Elon Musk or, I don't know, Donald Trump. They don't do anything. They can hardly read or write, but they get honorary PhD. So we are also expecting that. No? But like some students think, I won't study, maybe I'll get the honorary PhD. Risky. So we're doing sadhan, but we are not relying on that. But we have to do something. But we are doing sadhan just to attract some causeless mercy. Can you hear from all the way back there?
Okay.
If you moved forward, I wouldn't have to shout so loud. So when there was a little bit point, I not talked about it, so before we moved on more, I just wanted to mention those two things. So, a little bit more discussion of Vibhav. Remember, Vibhav means the cause of ras, and that in whom ras is tasted. So that the cause of ras is Udipan and Alamban. So what are the qualities of Krishna? Like, even in this world, we see someone and some feeling comes. Like someone said, if Damna Maharaj goes to Braj, many people will be triggered and angry. And someone said, come on, not everyone will be angry. Some people will also be happy. So this is Udipan. You see someone, then some feeling comes. Good or bad, that's another point. So Krishna's qualities is also give stimulus in the heart of devotees. So here are 64 qualities of Krishna. Okay. So we can hear this. Right? When devotees sees Krishna's form, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's activities, then different feelings come in the heart. So this is also called Udipan. Even in this world, some things we see remind us of Krishna. Like if you see a peacock feather or you see a cow, generally not the American cows, but you know, the Indian cows with a hump. You see some things like some mountain, maybe you remember Govardhan. These things give remembrance of Krishna. So Krishna's qualities also stimulate feelings in the heart. Okay, what's the first quality, Padabja? Thank you.
The construction of his limbs is exceedingly beautiful.
Suramya. I'll just move forward. It'd be good if everyone moved forward, but then I don't have to talk so loud. I'm getting quite tired. Strained. The constructions of his limbs is exceedingly beautiful. Not like us. Our body always has some defect. Right? Look at that finger. Why that finger's off at a 35-degree angle. Every one have some defect. Like one around, one eye up, one eye. Everyone. No, something not in balance. Like you stand straight, one shoulder up, one shoulder down. If you wear the same pair of flip-flops for 6 months, after you look down and you see one flip-flop has a huge imprint from your foot and the other one's normal, that means the body is like, you know, I don't know, like half an inch or quarter inch or some disbalance is there. No, but Krishna's body perfectly formed, top to bottom. And all his limbs are beautiful. Like the human body, some bits not so nice, and some bits more attractive. But Krishna, from top to bottom, all his bodily features, Suramya, means supremely attractive. Like Maharaj tells, it's not Maharaj tells when Rukmini was getting married. Then her father by force, not by force, her father was forced by relatives, especially Rukmini's brother, to marry his sister to the demon Shishupal. Force. So father didn't want, but sometimes family is so much politics. One time Gurudev said, we shouldn't be too much worried. Politics shouldn't divert us, because every family has so much politics. Right? Mother-in-law, father-in-law, uncle, auntie. It's going on. Every family not have this. I remember our Christmas dinners. Everyone's there smiling, but it's like World War III, right? There's the uncle everyone makes fun of. So, right? I remember our family did. Dad's making jokes at the expense of the uncle, but he's a bit dumb. He couldn't really follow it, but everyone else can. It's all like going on. It's all going on in every family. So we can't say spiritual life. Gurudev one time said that to me. He said, why are you always in the back? I want you in the front. I said, too much politics. And Gurudev became angry. He was lying down. He stood up. And he said, every family has so much politics. That doesn't stop people being in the family. And he said, only politician is disturbed by politics. That was an amazing thing. So anyway, what was the point? Shishupal.
The limbs.
Shishupal. Shishupal by force getting married to Rukmini. Rukmini could not tolerate. So she wrote a love letter to Krishna, delivered through one Brahmin. Rukmini gave the plan how to kidnap. Krishna may think, how can I kidnap you? There will be a big fight. I'll have to kill all your family members. So Rukmini gave away how Krishna could kidnap her by non-violence. So before the marriage, the young girls, her family tradition, they would go to pray to Durga. Durga means here Yogamaya. That time when I come out, there'll be no one there. Just family members, just ladies. Only ladies would be inside. So that time if you take me, kidnap me, no problem, no violence will be there too much. So actually all the citizens of Rukmini's city, they all wanted Krishna to marry her, everyone. Everyone was secretly hoping, from the father down. Indeed, the citizens of the city were praying, hey Bhagavan, if we have any good sukriti, we donate it to Rukmini, that Krishna may accept her hand in marriage. Everybody wanted. Rukmini, everyone. So when Krishna came, he was so enchanting. Maharaj described this in the Bhagavad Saptahas. Krishna was so enchanting, all the soldiers in Rukmini's army whose job was to stop Krishna. But actually they were all very happy. So when they saw Krishna, all become stunned, enchanted. Some are looking at his nose, some looking at his ears, some his teeth, his smile, his hair, his knees, his elbows, his hands. I mean, everyone just looking at one feature and could not take their eyes away from that. So Krishna came, everyone was stunned. Krishna came, took Rukmini and went. And all the soldiers sort of, wow, what happened? And they were talking, did you see his nose? So perfect, I could not see anything else, I could just see his nose. Another soldier said, I not saw the nose, but I saw the knee. I saw his thighs like elephant trunks. I mean, everyone just, on one feature, just eyes are captured by that. Then Maharaj always makes a joke. There was one soldier who was sleeping. He goes, I didn't see anything, but you guys weren't moving. Why am I going to do anything alone against Krishna? So Suramyanga, the construction of all his limbs is beautiful. One may say, what about the demigods? The demigods have no defects also. No. But still, even when they see Krishna's form, they also become stunned. That's all there in this. What's it called? Pranay Geet. No, not Pranay Geet. When the demigods in the heavenly planets see Krishna, they also become stunned like that. Yugal Geet. That's all there. No? So Suramyanga, the construction of his limbs is exceedingly beautiful. Sarvad Sadlakshan Yukta. his body is marked with all auspicious characteristics, especially his hands and feet. There's 32 symptoms of Mahapurush. In this book called Scriptural Proof for Lord Chaitanya's being Swayam Bhagavan, all 32 are mentioned. Just off the top of my head now. 6 places are like shrunk. What's the word? Lowered. 7 places are raised, like the nose, forehead, chest. I can't remember them all, of course. 7 places are lowered, like stomach, not like us. Lowered stomach, like this. 7 places are lowered, feet arched. So some 7 are, anyway, out of 32 symptoms. So Krishna has all these 32 symptoms. 5 places are reddish, like the palms, the feet, like this, the lips. So Krishna has all these 32 symptoms of Mahapurush. Also on his hands are so many auspicious signs. 18 marks Krishna has on his hands and feet. Like descriptions are there. On his feet there's the Sudarshan chakra. If you think of Krishna's feet, then the Sudarshan chakra destroys all bad things. There's like a flag. Can you remember what else? Padabja, water pot, fish, trisul, conch, lotus, what?
Parasol. Footprint.
Cow footprint, true. No cow, but cow's footprint.
Umbrella.
Huh?
Parasol.
Umbrella, anyway, we can't remember. Club is there, many things. Huh? Swastika is there. So Krishna have all these on his hands and feet. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, he was like that because he didn't want his parents to see all these things. When Nimai was small, he used to walk around the deity room. That time everything was made of cow dung. So he would walk around the temple room, then go back to his cot. Then the parents would see these footprints. Oh, the footprints full of the chakra, the discus, the lotus flower, the water pot, the flag. What's going on? Their son have all these footprints they not understand by Yogamaya. How's it come here? Oh, the shalagram. The deity is walking around the temple room. They think like the deity is walking around the temple room, then we can see all these marks. So his body is marked from top to bottom with all auspiciousness. Ruchira, his beauty is a festival of bliss for the eyes. Actually, this is one of the qualities of Vatsalya rasa especially, of all rasas. If you see him, then your eyes feel my life is successful. So that beauty never, like this festival already gone 4 days, it's like when's Sunday night coming? Festival have enjoyment, but one limit. But the festival of seeing Krishna have no limit. No matter how many millions of years you see him, like one Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he wrote one. Astikam. I wish I had millions of eyes, millions of bodies, millions of tongues, I wish I could see Krishna with all this. Even you see him millions and millions of yugas, not become bored. Tejas Anvita. His body is radiant, powerful, and influential. Balyan, he possesses great strength. Vaya Sanvita. He is eternally youthful. He is always situated in fresh youth. So even though Krishna, his eternal form is 15 years, 8 months, and 2 weeks. How much? 16 years. Just make 15 years, 8 months, 2 weeks. That is Krishna's eternal age. No, that's his eternal form. But for happiness of devotee, he displays babyhood for those in Vatsalya. He expresses boyhoods, especially for those in Sakya. But his eternal form is 15 years. He's always that age. But Yogamaya make him look something different. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samanvrita. Krishna says in Gita, I am not manifest to everyone. I remain covered by yogamaya. So Krishna's eternal ages 8 months, 2 weeks old. So Vayasanvita, he displays different ages, yet he is eternally situated in fresh youth. No? Vivid Adbhut Basvit, he is expert in different languages. No? Actually, all these, yes, expert in different languages. Like sometimes Sanskrit they're speaking, sometimes Brijabhas, all different languages. Satyavakya, his words never prove false. Priyamvad. What's wrong, Pradabja?
I'm saying Krishna knows all computer languages also.
Do not degrade our Lord. Priyamvada, he speaks pleasantly even to offenders, like me.
He got you.
He speaks pleasantly even to offenders because he don't demand anything for himself. No? Like when Shishupal was so much abusing Krishna at the Rajasuya, then Krishna speaking very nicely to him. Krishna not angry. No? Vavaduk, his words are ambrosial and pleasing to the ears. Supandita, he is very learned and conducts himself appropriately. You see, devotee have all these symptoms also. Buddhiman, his intelligence is very sharp. Prativanvita, he is expert in improvising original conversation on the spur of the moment. Especially when he's joking with the gopis, you see how, like that. Vidagda, he is skilled in the 64 arts. Vidagda Madhav. Chatur, he can accomplish many actions at the same time. Daksha, he can perform difficult tasks very easily. Kritagya, he is grateful for services rendered by others. Sudridabrat, his promises are always true. Deshkala Supatragya, he is expert judge of time, place, and circumstance. Shastra Chakshu, he acts always in accordance with the scriptures. Suchi, he is free from sin and he purifies others. Basi, he is in full control of his senses. Like Krishna speaking Bhagavad Gita, right? Imagine the biggest war in mankind's history. And Krishna in the middle giving a lecture on philosophy. No tension, no pain, no disturbance, no attachment. Stila, he always perseveres until his work is completed. Danta, he endures even intolerable distress. Kshamashil, he excuses the offense of others. Gambhir, very difficult to understand what he is thinking. 27, Dritiman, his desires are always fulfilled. He remains calm even in the midst of anxiety. Sama, he is devoid of attachment and aversion. Vedanya, he is very generous in giving charity. Right? No one came back from Krishna empty-handed. Dharmika, he is very religious. Sura, he is always enthusiastic to fight. An expert in the use of all weapons. Karuna, he cannot tolerate the distress of others. Manyaman Krit, he is always respectful to Guru, the Brahmanas, and the elders. Dakshin, his actions are very pleasing. Vinay, he is devoid of pride. Hriman, he is bashful. When Krishna was lifting Govardhan with his left finger, then he was also glad sometimes at the gopis. So when he was looking at Radhika, then Balaram was looking at Krishna. Then Krishna felt very shame. Oh, now Balaram has caught me looking at the gopis. So Krishna put his eyes down like that. So Hriman, one quality of Krishna, he is very bashful. Sarangat Palak, he always protects those who take shelter of him. Sukhi, he always enjoys pleasure and is untouched by distress. Bhakta Sudit, he is friend to his devotees and easily pleased. Prem Basya, he is controlled by love. Sarva Subhanka, he is the well-wisher of everyone. Wow. Not like us, we only wish well for those who like us, but we always wish bad for our enemies. But Krishna is not like that. Pratapi, some of these qualities contradict each other. Pratapi means he torments and terrifies his enemies. That's one name of Arjuna, Parantapa. He gives fear to his enemies. Right? So he torments and terrifies his enemies. But at the same time, he's also the well-wisher of all. Right? So these all contradictory qualities reconciled in Krishna. He can have opposing qualities at the same time, no problem for him. Kritiman, he is famous. Raktalok, he is the object of love and attachment for everyone. Sadhu Samashray, he is partial to the sadhus. Nadigan Manohari, he is attractive to all ladies. Sarvaradya, he is worshipful to everyone. Samriddhiman, he possesses great opulence. Vadyan, he is superior to all. Ishwara, he is independent, his order can never be crossed. So the jiva also have these qualities, but minutely. No? All these 50 qualities we also possess, but not fully like Krishna. Like all of us, we can control our senses sometimes. No? Right. So 5 qualities are present in great persons like Brahma, Shiva, and Ganesh, Indra, but not in us. What are those 5 extra qualities in the demigods which the jivas do not possess? Sadasurup Samprapta, he is never controlled by Maya, the demigods. Partially, not fully like Krishna. Sarvagya, they know the hearts of everyone. Krishna, these are all for Krishna too. He is never controlled by Maya. He knows the hearts of everyone. He knows all things. Nitya Nutan, his beauty is experienced as ever fresh. Sachidananda Sandranga, he is the concentrated form of existence, knowledge, and bliss. And 35, Sarva Siddhi Nisevita, he has all mystic powers. Demigods have mystic powers, but not like Krishna. The demigods' bodies also have no old age like us. No, their bodies are Sachidanand, but not like Krishna's body. Then Narayan has 5 qualities which even the demigods do not have. Where's Padabja? Ran away. What is that? Achintya Mahashakti. Narayan, or Krishna, possesses these 2. He possesses inconceivable potencies by which he creates universes. He can bewilder even Brahma and Shiva. Koti Brahmanda Vigraha. Unlimited universes are in his body. All the incarnations possess this quality. Avatar Vali Bij, he is the source of all incarnations. Right? Like Narayan, like Vishnu. When the avatars come, they come through him. So in that way, he is the source of all incarnations. Like when we go to the shop and we buy milk, does milk come from the shop? No, it comes from the cows. Right? Cows may be 500 miles away. But milk comes to us through the agency of this shop. So the incarnations come through the agency of Vishnu. So Lord Narayan, he is also the source of all incarnations, but he is not complete like Krishna. Krishna is the actual source of all incarnation. Hatari Gati Dayak, he awards liberation to those he kills. And Atmaram Anjanakarshi, he attracts the liberated souls towards himself. And 4 extra qualities of Krishna we'll speak tonight. Where's Padabja gone? Run away.
Oh, I feel Krishna.
Yeah. This is big discussion of Krishna. 4 extra qualities that only Krishna has. Lila Madhuri, sweet pastimes. Prema Durya, only Krishna is controlled by prema in a way no other incarnation is. Venu Madhuri, what's Venu Madhuri? Flute playing. And Rupa Madhuri, his extraordinary beauty astonishes all moving and non-moving entities. Even other incarnations are astonished by Krishna's beauty. How many qualities of Krishna altogether, Rukmini? 64. Name them all. So all these qualities, actually all these qualities, we think we can tell a little pastime for each one. So these qualities are all called Visaya Lamban. These qualities cause the devotee to taste ras. Ras means astonishment. So what are the 4 kinds of heroes we'll discuss tonight? Go Premanandi. Any questions? Timur, understand?
Understand?
You know Spanish?
Yes,
How much?
not so much.
Not so much.
In his school, what subject, what language they teach him in? How many children in your school?
Dead,
Huh?
dead.
How many children in your school?
10 children.
10.
10. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai Gauranga Jaya,